Hello and welcome. Welcome to class number 1055. Wow, 1055. Pencils. Just a second. This pencil is black and this one is pink. I have two pencils, one in my left hand and the other in my right hand. The black one is the one in my right hand. The pink one is the one in my left hand. Which one is the one in my left hand? Curioso, ¿cuál es el que está en mi mano derecha o mi mano izquierda? Which one is the one in my left hand? The pink one or the black one? The pink one's the one in your left hand. And the black one is the one on the table. So the black one is on the table and the pink one is in my left hand. So the one on the table is the black one and the one in my hand is the pink one. You remember, el que tengo en la mano es el rosa, el de color rosa. El que está en la mesa es el de color negro. The one on the table is the black one. And the one in my hand is my left hand is the pink one. Yes. I did this 4 years ago. Don't you remember? Y si son two. ¿Y dónde está el otro rosa? Where's the other? This one. Okay. Pues simplemente, the pink ones are the ones in my left hand, and the black ones are the ones on the table. Yeah, the ones on the table are the black ones. The ones in my left hand, or my hand, are the pink ones. And now, the black ones are in my right hand. They're not on the table anymore. They used to be on the table, but they're not on the table anymore. They were on the table just a few seconds ago, but they're not on the table anymore. And why aren't they on the table anymore? They're not on the table anymore because I picked them up, and I picked them up with my right hand. If I had picked them up with my left hand, then all the pencils would be together, the pink ones and the black ones, but they're not together. They're separate in different hands. So I'm going to put the pink ones on the table. I'm not going to put the black ones on the table. Watch. I'm putting the pink ones on the table. Now they're not in my hand anymore. They used to be in my hand. Antes estaban en la mano. They used to be in my hand, but they're not there anymore. Now they're on the table. Why? Because I put them there. Los puse allí. I put them there. If I hadn't put them there, they wouldn't be there. Si no los hubiera puesto ahí, no estarían ahí, claro. If I hadn't put them there, they wouldn't be there. They would still be in my left hand. But because they're not in my left hand, they're on the table. But the black ones are still, siguen aquí en la mano derecha. The black ones are still in my right hand. And they've been in my right hand for at least 1 minute. Llevan al menos un minuto aquí, no? Yeah, they've been in my right hand for at least 1 minute. But I'm going to put them back in the cup. And I'm going to do it in just a few seconds. I'm about to. Estoy a punto de. I'm about to put them back, but I haven't put them back yet. I'm going to, I promise. And I'm about to do it, but I'm hesitating. ¿Estás qué? Estoy dudando. Se dice hesitate, no to doubt. Hesitate, vacilar, no estar seguro. Dudar en una acción es to hesitate. Dudar en una creencia es to doubt. Dudo que sea verdad. Dudo que sepan nada del asunto. I doubt. Doubt, con B muda, doubt. Pero cuando dudas cruzar la calle, viene un coche, voy o no voy. You hesitate. You don't doubt. Nunca se dice duda. Si alguien tiene una duda, no dudes en hacérmela saber. Si hay dudas, no duden ustedes en preguntármelo. Aquí con Cazador he usado dudar 2 veces. If you have si tenéis una duda, if you have a question, en este caso es a question. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. All right. Aquí no viene a cuento doubt. Doubt es no. Dios existe. Pues Tomás, el apóstol Tomás, the apostle Thomas doubted that Jesus, when he came back, his reappearance, And Thomas needed to touch and see the hands and was doubting. Thomas doubted, to doubt. That means it's not to completely believe. Tengo mis dudas. Ahora, no dudes en preguntarme cualquier cosa. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Now, I'm about to, pero estoy dudando si hacerlo o no. I'm hesitating whether to put the pencils back or not, or to keep them in my right hand. I can't make up my mind. Lo del dilema de tomar decisiones. This type of decision is a tough decision. It's a tough decision whether to put the pencils back or to keep them in my right hand. I mean, I like these black pencils, but I have to continue with the program. So I'm going to put them back. I'm about to put them back. And finally, now I'm putting them back. I don't have the black pencils anymore. They're not in my hand anymore. And they're not on the table anymore. They're in the cup, where they are supposed to be. Se supone que tienen que estar ahí. They're supposed to be there. Donde tienen que estar. And the yellow pencils, I'm going to pick them up, and I'm going to put them back as well. All right. Now I'm picking them up, and now I'm putting them back. All right, finally. All right. Ronnie Perkins. Ronnie Perkins, yes. Our good friend Ronnie. Yes. He's in Corsica today. Ronnie is fairly well known in Monte Carlo as a playboy. I think he has a Jaguar. He has a Jaguar. And he has a rich daddy. His father, Nigel, in England, has a lot of money. But he has a business renting a yacht. But he wants more yachts. He wants to expand the business. And so he has gone to Corsica. It's in Corsica. Corsica. What famous person is from Corsica? Do you know? No? There's a very famous person from Corsica. Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte, al principio. Yeah, he was born in 1769. He was born in 1769. I think in 1768, 1 year before he was born, Corsica became French. Before that, it was Italian. Bueno, más italiano era de Piemonte, creo. Piedmont. The kingdom of Piedmont, I think. Or Savoy. I can't remember. One of those. So it was Buonaparte. But 1 year when Napoleon was born, the father changed it to Bonaparte. No, Buona. All right. And so to de-Italianize it and to Frenchify it. But in any case, Corsica, they say it's a beautiful island. ¿Conoces Corsica? No? Me neither. Neither do I. I don't know Corsica. And by the way, can you see the water bottle in no? Okay. You see I have a bottle of water over there, but I need to move it outside of the camera angle. And then sometimes Marta says, ¿sabes una cosa? Se veía la botella. Todo el tiempo no me di cuenta. All right, so let's go on. So he's in Corsica visiting the Turkey family. Yes. Yeah. Ronnie is 30 years old, and he doesn't seem to be going anywhere. No parece estar yendo a ninguna parte con su vida. Ronnie he's 30, and he doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Ronnie, however, has his own ideas. He's trying to convince a rich family in Corsica to finance the purchase of 4 yachts. Ronnie wants to buy 4 yachts. Ronnie wants to expand his business. 4 yates. He wants to expand his business and buy 4 yachts. But he doesn't want to ask his father for money. And so he has made contact with a kind of a mafia family. in Corsica to finance the purchase, financiar la compra, of 4 yachts. All right. 2 for the Golfo de León, and 2 for the Canary Islands. The Canary Islands, fijaos cómo se pronuncia las Islas Canarias. The Canary Islands, Islas de los Canes. Es que os cuesta horrores, os cuesta los españoles decir las Canarias, the Canary Islands, y hay que decirlo todo. Bueno, también se puede in the Canaries, in Canarias, in the Canary Islands. All right, so he wants to buy 4 yachts, 2 to operate in the Gulf of Leon, 2 operate in the Canary Islands. All right. But he doesn't have enough money, so he has contacted a rich Corsican family to negotiate a financing solution or a financing deal. All right. So, the only problem that Ronnie sees in the deal is that the family from Corsica has a lot of strange businesses. Extraños negocios. Yeah, the Corsican family has a lot of strange businesses. Some rumors, Radio Macuto, algunos rumores, some rumors say that the family has connections with the mafia. The head of the family, cabeza de familia, the head of the family, Giuseppe Turkey has agreed to lend Ronnie $400,000 to buy a yacht and to rent him 2 other yachts that belong to the family. Ronnie hasn't told his father, Nigel, anything about the business deal, which he has been working on for over 8 months. Wow. All right, $400,000. Okay, Ronnie has a yacht now. He operates in the high season, temporada alta. In the high season, he operates his yacht, but he's only renting 1 yacht. He wants 4, so he needs to buy 3. So, Giuseppe Turkey has agreed to sell him a yacht for $400,000 on credit. So plus to rent him 2 additional yachts. So Ronnie can have a yacht business in the Gulf of Leon and in the Canary Islands. All right. Ronnie is getting involved in some shady business. Shady business. Shade is la sombra. Donde no hay sol is the shade. The sun in the shade. Shadow is la sombra que echa cualquier objeto. All right, the shadow. All right. A veces te pones en la sombra de un árbol, pero no bajo el árbol. Bajo el árbol you're in the shade. Shade. The shadow. The shadow of your smile. The shadow. Moon shadow. So Ronnie's he's getting involved in some shady business. Shady business means negocios, no de todo lícitos. Hay muchas sombras aquí. Shady business. All right, grammar. The past conditional. The past conditional. I came to Spain 50 years ago, 52 years ago, because I wanted to improve my Spanish. If I hadn't wanted to improve my Spanish, I wouldn't have come to Spain. I came to Spain originally because my father wasn't seriously ill. If my father had been seriously ill, I wouldn't have come to Spain. I came to Spain because I was looking for adventure. If I hadn't been looking for adventure, I wouldn't have come to Spain. I came to Spain because I didn't have a serious relationship with a girl in the States. If I had had a serious relationship with a girl in the States, I might not have come, might not. No es que I wouldn't have come. Es posible que no hubiera venido. I might not have come to Spain. I came to Spain because I knew a little bit of Spanish. If I hadn't known a little bit of Spanish, I wouldn't have come to Spain. Yes. Germany lost the Second World War because it invaded the Soviet Union. If Germany hadn't invaded the Soviet Union, it might have won. Seguro no, pero a lo mejor habría ganado. It might have won the Second World War. If Germany hadn't invaded the Soviet Union, the Second World War would have lasted 5 more years until 1950. Yes. If Truman hadn't dropped the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the Japanese would not have surrendered. They wouldn't have surrendered. Maybe. All right. God rested on the 7th day because he was tired after creating the earth. If he hadn't become tired creating the earth, he wouldn't have rested on the 7th day. God created Eve because Adam was lonely. If Adam hadn't been lonely, God wouldn't have created Eve. Eve ate the fruit from the tree because the serpent convinced her. If the serpent hadn't convinced her, Eve wouldn't have eaten the apple. God expelled Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden because they disobeyed him. If Adam and Eve hadn't disobeyed God, he wouldn't have expelled them from the Garden of Eden. And Eve suffered pain at childbirth because God punished her, or punished Adam and Eve. If God hadn't punished them, Eve wouldn't have felt pain in childbirth. Cain killed his brother Abel because he was jealous, he was envious. If Cain hadn't been envious of his brother, he wouldn't have killed him. God didn't accept Cain's offerings because Cain didn't perform his offerings with a sincere heart. If Cain had performed his offerings with a sincere heart, God would have accepted them. And Cain wouldn't have become envious of Abel. All right. Cain left Eden. Cain left Eden to go to the land of Nod because he killed his brother Abel. If Cain hadn't killed his brother Abel, he wouldn't have left Eden to go to the land of Nod. God chose Noah to survive the flood because Noah was a good man. If Noah hadn't been a good man, God wouldn't have chosen him to survive the great flood. And Noah survived the great flood because he built an ark. If he hadn't built an ark, he wouldn't have survived the great flood. Noah filled the ark with animals because God wanted him to save these animals. If God hadn't wanted him to save the animals, he wouldn't have kept so many animals in the ark. And the population of the earth died because it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. If it hadn't rained for 40 days and 40 nights, life on earth would not have died. Yes. The dove came back to Noah with a olive branch because there was dry land. If there hadn't been dry land, the dove would not have come back with an olive branch, etc., etc. Moses led the Israelites away from Egypt because they were punished in Egypt. If they hadn't been punished, Moses would not have taken them to the promised land, etc., etc. This is the past conditional. De no haber pasado esto, lo otro no habría pasado, etc., etc. Okay, if this hadn't happened, etc. Okay, let's go on with expressions. Expressions, expressions, expressions. Okay. Okay, page 139, creo. Yes, 139. At the top, to kick the bucket. To kick is dar una patada, kick. To kick. To kick the ball, not la pelota. But to kick the bucket. Bucket's un cubo. A bucket. Yeah, a bucket. Dar una patada al cubo es estirar la pata, es morir. To kick the bucket, estirar la pata. He kicked the bucket. Kicked, se dice en el pasado simple, o sea, dio una patada al cubo, o sea, estiró la pata. He kicked the bucket. Después de 90 años felices, la tortuga Larry, la tortuga, lamentablemente estiró la pata. Okay. After 91 happy years, Larry the tortoise sadly kicked the bucket. All right. Se usa mucho kick the bucket. Más que estirar la pata aquí. Se usa más. To kick the bucket. To kick the habit. Dar una patada al hábito. To kick the habit. No es el hábito de cura, es el hábito de la mala costumbre. Ahora, el vicio. To kick the habit es dejar de fumar. To kick the habit. Dice aquí, dejar el hábito o vicio. Pero se usa casi siempre con fumar. Si dices, si yo de sopetón digo, I kick the habit, se entiende que he dejado de fumar con éxito. I kick the habit. He dado una patada al hábito, al mal hábito. I kick the habit. To kick the habit. She likes smoking, but doctors have told her she needs to kick the habit. To kick the habit. The next one, to kick up a fuss or a stink. To kick up a stink. Stink is un peste. Oh, apesta aquí. Oh, it stinks. Stinks. All right. To kick up es dar una patada para crear mucho polvo. To kick up. Algo. To kick up a stink. Dice aquí, armar un lío, montar una gorda. Okay. To kick up a fuss, to kick up a stink. Fuss. To fuss is como refunfuñar o fussing. Fussing is always fussing. To kick up un barullo. To kick up a fuss. To kick up a stink. No lo uso yo mucho. To kill time. El pobre tiempo. Siempre le están matando. To kill time. Matar el tiempo. Matar tiempo. Matar el tiempo. Hacer tiempo. Yeah. When I finish this recording with Marta, I have almost 2 hours to kill. Sí, ¿verdad? I don't know how I'm going to kill the time. Yeah. I don't know how. Because I'm to go home. If I go home, then immediately I can stay for 15 minutes. I need to come back. Because I have a business lunch nearby. Okay. I have a business lunch nearby. Tengo un comida de negocios cerca, nearby. But it's at 2 o'clock. So I have some time to kill. I have some time to kill. To kill time. Probably time. Todos le matan. Kill time. Okay. Gain fluency, my friends. Gain fluency. We have very little time, right? 1 minute. 1 minute. Game fluency, page 74. In the middle. In Spain, people say pen drive. And I thought that was the word in English too. Then, when I was in the States, people didn't understand me. There they say memory stick or flash drive. Aquí sí. Memory stick. Palo de memoria. Palito de memoria. Tiene sentido. Pen drive. Pen es un bolígrafo. A pen. Porque dice pen drive. But I learned the word in Spain, so I thought that was the English word. Habéis creado una palabra en inglés. Flash drive. De flash. Flash drive. ¿Lo conoces también? Flash drive. Memory stick, pen drive. In Spain, people say pen drive, and I'll come back tomorrow with the same paragraph. See you tomorrow.